Hello, my name is Chris Barrett, and I would like to tell you about my video game company, Doomfire Productions. Now, before I get into the company, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my background first. I'm a sophomore at SUNY Polytechnical Institute, about to be a junior. I'm studying interactive media and game design. I play a lot of games. On top of that, I run a community of people who play a lot of games. And it's been a lifelong dream of mine to start my own video game company. Now, the company itself, I want it to be a partnership. I want to have several people working together to be in control. This is divide cost with the loss, and it keeps us in a constant mindset of working with others. We also want to have products that are diversified, have several different outlets, have a finger in every pie. This is for sustainability and financing of the company, which we will get more into later. Now, our target audience is anyone who is imaginative, creative. They like to define themselves as an individual through the games they play. And these creative people have some pains as to the companies. They don't like false advertisement. They don't like to be told one thing about a product, but then when they buy the product, they see something completely different. They also don't like to be sold products in pieces. When they buy a game, when they pay their price, they want to have the entire game, not half of the game and then have to buy the other half later. My company has solutions to this. We want to have monthly progress updates, like a blog, that shows the progress we're making and the real gameplay that we're showing. That way the customers know exactly what they're getting out of their payments. We also want to have the system of one payment, one game. When they pay the price, they get the entire game, any future updates, any add-ons that we create later in life. Now, aside from the company, these customers have pains in the games themselves. Because they're creative, they don't like static characters. They don't want to be given just a pre-made character saying, hey, play this person, you are this person. They want to create their own character. They want to give them a name. They want to decide how they look. On top of that, they don't want to be in boring, restricted worlds. They don't want to be in a map that's pre-generated, created for them just to play in. They want to be able to explore, find these new areas. They want to see the world change as they play. And lastly, they don't like having just simple or very few abilities with their characters, spells or skills that their characters use in the game to fight monsters or whatever. They want to be able to evolve themselves. They want to be better than their previous version by being able to expand their abilities. And that's where we come to the product, which would be the solution to these pains in the games. We want to create a sandbox massively multiplayer online roleplay game. And what this means is there will be vast randomly generated worlds. When they create a world or when they join a server, the world will have so many different options. It'll be different every time they join, and they can change it. They can edit the world themselves, picking up blocks or whatever. They can build things. They can craft. Along with this, they'll have in-depth character customization. They'll be able to decide their look of the character, how the character acts, what abilities the character can get. They can fine-tune it to themselves. And lastly, they'll be able to be in parties. They can join with their friends because it's massively multiplayer online. They'll be able to join these large groups of people, so they don't ever have to play alone if they don't want to. The next topic is the merchandising that we're talking about, the finger in every pie. To fund the company, we want to have several outlets of income. The first one being trading card games, books, cosplay items, and eventually a running YouTube channel. Now, we want to emphasize the trading card games a little bit because we believe that is the easiest point to start in. It's something that one person could start with just a small amount of money. And as they make a name, as we make some revenue from these, we can move into doing the others and then spreading out to our bigger goals. I'm going to give some statistics about the video game industry and how it correlates to us. So the growth of the video game industry is one of the fastest industries of the times. Its total global revenue of the video game industry reached $160 billion by 2020, and it's predicted to reach $300 billion by 2025. That is almost double the income in only 5 years. Now, how this correlates to us, the genres of our product account for roughly 23.8% of industry value in total. Using the 10% rule, we can calculate the capturable market of my company is 2.38%. That means that we can capture an estimated market of $3.8 billion based on the 2020 statistics. And if the trend continues, that would be $7.6 billion in 2025. Now, we've created an end goal for the company, something for the company to grow and move forward with once they start meeting their early goals. We have something to keep striving for, a better product later in life. And that is full dive virtual reality. Virtual reality is the process of allowing players to use multiple senses to immerse themselves into the games they play, such as using a player's own motions to control the game. It's also bringing the players into the world where they can use all of their senses, giving them the ability to observe the world as if it really existed. They would be able to smell the digital flowers that they are picking with their hands. They would be able to hear the birds chirping. They'd be able to see where that's coming from. They'd be able to look around and visualize all of the elements that we would see in normal life. Now, this is groundbreaking technology. If and when we do this, it would be a complete game changer for the industry. It's a big idea, and if it works, it would be really successful. And that about sums up my company, so thank you for listening.